Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is another edition of the Progressive Mind Show. People of the world, people of Chicago, I am glad to be coming your way again. More so, we are glad to be coming your way. This evening is the singles debate. Why some choose to stay single or why some choose not to commit. We are encouraging you to be part of this conversation. Please join us by sharing the feed on Facebook. We are also live right now on YouTube. Okay, share the feed right now so your friends and our friends can be part of the conversation. This is where we build our community by engaging you in dialogue. So if you are not part of it, you are not helping in the community building process. I was just joking, but we encourage you to be part of this so we can better our society. All right, this evening is going to be epic. Before we continue, though, we will take our short break. When we come back, we have Captain Mike who is ready, and he is going to be doing his thing. Then after that, today we don't want to miss it. All right, these guys are on fire, especially my own king, my brother. He's on fire. Wait for us. We'll be right back. Okay.
All right.
Can anybody hear him? I can't.
You muted. You're muted.
Okay, I think I muted myself for a second. But what I said earlier is that my name is Senna, aka Alinko. I'm your host this evening, and we'll take the Captain Mike judgment when we come back. We'll get into it. Captain Mike is ready. I know his. I don't know what your current location is, but brother, we missed you last week. Take it from here.
All right. Well, I'm in Atlanta now. It's raining here. And,
Okay.
Chicago, you guys got some really good weather there. Right now at Midway Airport, 78 degrees, clear skies, and got some winds out of the southwest, really light winds. And the rest of the night's going to be really nice. Really light winds and get a low about 60 degrees. Forecast for the rest of the week. Thursday, we're going to have a high of 83 degrees, a low of 65. And Friday, really nice, 83 to begin. Saturday might have a few clouds here and there, 84 degrees, low of 72. Sunday is going to be nice, but I'm going to call for a slight chance of maybe some showers out there, 86. It's going to warm up again next week, 84, we're talking about for Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, gonna warm up really back into the 90s, so that might be our last real shot at some really hot weather. So enjoy it now while we can, because this time of the year you got really nice weather. Going into the sports, nothing from the English Premier League, but in the Champions League, we have Munich. They defeated Lyon 3-0. Tonight we have the White Sox are going to play in about an hour, first pitch against the Tigers. The Cardinals dismantled the Cubs 9-3, so you don't really care about that. Tomorrow, the Columbus Crew will be taking on our Chicago Fire. Well, in the health and fitness report, we're going to talk about veganism. Something I dabbled in a few years ago. I still stay away from red meat, but there are the pluses and minuses to veganism. Some of the things you can look for, the benefits, it can lower your cholesterol. It can help lower your blood pressure. It increases your antioxidant intake because you eat a lot more fruits and vegetables, beans, legumes, French for beans, I guess, whole grains. And the potential cons, it may interfere with any medication you're taking. So before you start any type of new diet, consult your doctor or your medical professional. Also, it's sometimes hard to find food in different places, but nowadays it's a lot easier. When I first started as a vegan, I was in Iowa one time and ordered a veggie burger and got a burger. It tasted really good, and it tasted like meat. So I, hey, what is this? It's a veggie. It looks like meat. That is meat.
Right.
But it was a veggie burger. So yeah, there's a veggie, and there's the burger. Okay. But nowadays, you pretty much find vegan food almost anywhere. So it's not as difficult as it once was.
Right.
So those are some of the pluses and minuses of doing the vegan diet. So if it's for you, try it out. And once again, talk to your doctor before you start any type of new diet. So going back to you.
Thank you so much, my brother. We missed you last week. You were back this week. You hit it out of the pack. Now, bro, so I know the airlines are opening now. The industry is picking up. Tell us the current state of how it is for you, for your company and for your industry.
Well, still we're in that same holding pattern. We're still about 20% of the passenger load as we had a year ago. And it's going to slow down anyway because this is that time of the year. Kids are already back in school. Nobody's really traveling anywhere. So travel always takes a downturn in springtime. So we'll have to look forward to maybe Thanksgiving for another uptick. But for now, loads are still a little lower. Employees are still getting laid off for now. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed and really try to hope for that vaccination. Maybe if that's the cure, and maybe things will be back to normal. But we're not looking forward anytime soon. At least
excellent. Great. Last question. Where are you en route to? Where are you flying to right now?
Right now I'm in rainy Atlanta. Tomorrow off to sunny California. Weather's always perfect.
All right. Thank you for your report. Thank you so much for helping us. We wish you safe travels. We are hoping to hear from you next week, Captain Mike. All right. Thank you so much. All right. So, listeners, that was Captain Mike's segment. I think we're getting feedback.
It's from whoever you brought in.
Yeah, I think my brother Kobby. Kobby, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. Now, okay. So, okay, good. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Right. So that was Captain Mike's segment. We shall be going to the meat of the discussion this evening. As I said, if you just join us, please share the feed so your friends, my friends, can be part of this. We need you to share the feed right now. Folks on Facebook, please go out and share the feed. Share. YouTubers, join. Make sure you share the feed. We will take one quick break. When we return, we will be talking to this guy. Stay tuned. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to your #1 community building show in the entire world. This is where we engage you, your friends, your network, my friends, my network, in dialogues that it's designed to uplift one another, to build our society and make it a better place than we met it. This evening, great people are, we have great honorable guests in our community who are going to be helping deal with the subject matter, a singles debate, why some choose not to commit. Feel free to join us later in the conversation. I'll be giving out the phone numbers. If you want to do business with us, if you want to promote your event, reach to us at 773 691 4932 773 691 4932. You can also send an email to info.progressiveminds@gmail.com. Go to our website, theprogressivemindshow.com, theprogressivemindshow.com, and make a donation to a great cause. Yo, my brother and sisters, I know you're waiting. You've been waiting. Thank you all for joining the show, the feed this evening. We're going to start from my brother, Dr. King Silky J. Booker. He is an international philanthropist, a life coach, a DJ. He is currently trying to run politics. He's into everything. My brother, Dr. Silky J. Booker, you're welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you having me.
Excellent. So we have, and next to him, we have FREDA. FREDA OPOKU-AGYEMANG is in Bolingbrook. She's a student, wonderful lady. My sister, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, and then down here we have KOBBY. KOBBY is WINDFRED. KOBBY MISA is his full name. He's a cloud computer engineering architect. Brother KOBBY, you're welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you, brother.
You might want to work on your microphone and your light a little bit while I talk to my other guests because we can barely see your handsome face. Today's Singles Day.
You guys, I can't hear. I don't know if anyone can hear me, but I can't hear.
I can hear you.
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Okay, she can hear us. If you happen not to hear us, go out and then come back in. All right. Shettima, can you hear me? We can hear everybody.
Yeah, I can hear everybody.
Shettima is a model by designer. She's also an accountant. Okay, so she's a CEO of Model ESTEEM, right? Model ESTEEM. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you're welcome to the Progressive Mind Show.
Thank you.
Now we understand this pandemic has been tough on all of us, on the entire human race. So what we do, we have a tradition on the Progressive Mind Show. We want you all to take like 30 seconds to not appreciate, but maybe send a word of condolence to somebody you know within your community who may have fallen to COVID-19. We'll start with my brother, Dr. King. No, actually, ladies first. So we want to start with FREDA. FREDA, go ahead.
Okay, so my condolences to all who have lost their loved ones, to those who are still fighting this pandemic. It's my prayer that everything works out for all of you, that all those who are fighting this gets healed. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thanks for your letting us know. And Shettima, can you hear? Okay, Dr. King is ready. Dr. King, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. 30 seconds to acknowledge folks who may have fallen into COVID-19.
Oh yeah, I just like to thank and send my condolences to the people that have lost lives during the COVID. Also, I'd like to thank the local medical staff, all they're doing to help the community. I'd like to thank the youth for waking up and understanding that change must happen and needs to happen now. And thank you for having me on your show. And let's try to unite and make this thing work.
Thank you so much. 30 seconds for you, Shettima.
So yeah, I'm sending my love out to anyone that has passed away from COVID-19, anyone that's dealing with it, anyone that has survived it. Good graces to you, and just everybody just stay prayerful and positive that we're just all going to get through this.
Excellent. Now, KOBBY, can you hear us now? We can hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
But we can hear you. If anybody has music or anything playing in the background, please mute it. That way we're not getting feedback. Go ahead, KOBBY. 30 seconds to acknowledge folks who may have fallen into COVID-19.
I just want to join the other team members or people on the panel to also wish people who may have lost loved ones and communities that are going through this hard time. And it's also my prayer that they will get strength and then we can all help try to get over this pandemic.
Okay, thank you. Now, I would also ask you if you can work on your location because we can echo sound when you talk. So maybe I'll go to Dr. SABHA, see if you can work on that, and then maybe get some more lights because again, we want to see you. Okay, KOBBY, please. Dr. SABHA, 30 seconds.
Yeah, so I actually had COVID, and it was not fun. And so definitely acknowledge anyone who has lost a loved one. I'm so sorry. And just keep wearing your masks and socially distancing. And our hearts are with all those that have passed away and those that are suffering right now at the moment.
Okay, thank you so much for letting that out. The world appreciates you, and we appreciate you on the Progressive Mind Show. Let's go into it. Now, I would ask you all to give me your response to this question. And we know you all are single. Everyone on this show is single. I'll start from Frida again. I want to always do the ladies first, and I'll go that route. Tell me in 30 seconds, why are you single? Or why are you not committed to a relationship? So it's both ways, right? Why are you not committed to any particular relationship? Why are you not single? It's all the same thing. You want to please respond to that if you want.
Okay, so at the moment I'm single because I haven't found the one yet.
Okay, great.
And yes, that's why I'm single.
So you wanted to say, and you wanted to add whatever you want.
And I'm not committed to any relationship because, like I said, I'm not certain as to who the right person is for me. So yeah, right. I'm still looking. Yep.
Great response. Before we go to my brother, we have a caller who has been on the line for a long time. I'm trying to find out. We're trying to see if we can. Hello. Hello, caller. Hello. Okay, so we want to hang up because we want to. Okay, my brother, why are you single, Dr. King, Silky? Oh, like Dr. King, Silky.
All right.
Or just say King.
Oh, either way. Right, Dr. King, Silky. Either way. We don't have to be so formal. It's a loose show.
I hear.
I would say I'm single because I got mental issues. Now I'm playing. I think I'm working on myself.
Okay.
And I have ambitions that far exceed the effort I'm allowed to put into, or that I have available to put into a relationship. So I believe you can't love two things 100%. Right now, I love my ambition and my career and where I'm headed and trying to take care of my family. And if I meet somebody along that path that's able to jump on the train as it's going, then so be it. But right now, it's just been about meeting people, making friends, and just helping people to grow like I grow myself.
Great. Shettima.
Yes.
Why are you, beautiful lady, why have you chosen? Because the issue is not that the issue is not because you haven't met people. Why have you chosen to be single in the next 30 seconds?
Okay, you said 30 seconds.
Why have you chosen?
I'm supposed to be single, but it's okay. Because a man, they gotta like me and want me for me and being
So for you, right? For you, you haven't met the right person yet. Okay, great. All right, KOBBY.
Oh, you're muted.
He's muted, like muted. You're muted.
Okay, KOBBY.
Take it off mute. There you go. Take it.
Yes.
Okay, so I talk with somebody and been doing it and then talking. So I think that maybe.
Can you lift your voice a little bit, please?
Okay, hold it. Let me do this. Is it better now?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, this I started and I've been talking to somebody for some time, and so maybe I can share two of the experiences.
No, you can't share it right now. Or right now, we just want to know why you haven't committed yet. So just let us know why you haven't committed.
Shettima, you're making me laugh.
No, I'm saying that I have, but that's what I'm trying to say, that I can share the two experiences with you.
Okay, so you've committed to somebody.
Yes, so I can share the two experiences.
Okay, all right. So you have committed. Okay, all right. So we'll come. Okay, all right. Okay, we just learned that. Okay, that's fine. Dr. SABHA.
So yeah. I'm in the same boat as Dr. King. I'm trying to get my bag. And I am right. I have this big vision of I want to be like, my goal is like to be on the cover of Forbes as like I don't think, not that I know of. I mean, there might be, but I don't know of any Palestinian woman that's a multimillionaire and that like in the United States that's self-made. That's my goal.
Okay.
And think that's bigger than a relationship. So
yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's
That's good.
that's what's up.
No, that's what's up. I hear you. So the question is, so we know that a lot of times religion, social culture, and economics play a lot of has a lot of influence in our decisions to commit somebody. So I'm going to start again, and because of time, so we want you all to give us your responses. Dr. King,
Yes.
as economics or somebody's financial status have any influence in you deciding whether you want to be with that person or not for you?
I would say short-term economics has nothing to do with it. Long-term economics has a lot to do with it. For his religion,
No,
are we just on economics right now?
yes.
Okay, so economically, I would say I would love to find somebody on the same financial structure as me right now, but I understand that a lot of people aren't. So especially at my age, so I have to give a little leeway when I date, and understanding that I'm not going to always necessarily meet a woman that is financially secure or ready to be on the same financial plateau as myself. But at the same time, I'm willing to take someone that's showing progression and an ambition to grow and be with them financially later on. If they know how to get the money, then we can get the honey.
Okay. Is that very crucial for you? Does the financial standing of any, whoever you meet play a very significant role in your decision to whether you want to commit or not?
I mean, just as Dr. King said, I kind of agree with him. We will not be not on the same level, but at least if there's like a small, like you're working and you're making means in, then why not?
Okay.
If you're not doing that, I don't think you're ready for marriage or ready for anything.
Okay. So for you, the person just has to have something doing.
Yeah.
The person's credit card, a credit score, or how much, maybe if they have a house or rent. All that doesn't matter to you. Is that what you're saying? Guys.
I mean, if you have a house, that's good. That's A+. But if you don't have it, we will work around it. So yeah.
So for your main thing is the person has to have something going.
Exactly. So to make ends meet.
All right, to make anything. Dr. Sabha.
Food on the table. Yeah. Money. Yeah.
Yeah. So economic wise, I kind of agree with Fred on that. Like, in a sense, I don't think for me someone that has money is as important as someone who has drive and passion. But then again, if someone is like just passionate about, like you can't just have you just have to have something bigger than your 9 to 5 or something bigger than staying at the same job that you're at, because it's not that money is what's attractive. It's the fact that you're passionate about something. If you're not passionate about anything, then what are you doing with your life?
So the person has to be passionate about something. Right. Yeah. Okay. So, for the singles who are listening, these are some of the points you have to be putting down. Okay, be writing these points down. Shettima.
All right.
We're all single though. How can we
Well,
get good advice?
for the audience, yeah, for everybody, for folks who are listening. Shettima, what is it for you? Does that matter?
So it depends, right? Because I've been through a hard time, particularly financially, over the course of my lifetime. So it depends on what have you been doing with your life. I forgot her name, the doctor.
Dr. Sabha or Dr. King?
Yeah, what have you been doing with your life? My thing is I don't know how old you guys are, but I'm not in my 20s, right? So the excuse of this and that doesn't work with me. So if you fell in hard times, pandemic, you lost your job, I need to know, what were you doing before you lost your job? Are you an entrepreneur? If you're struggling, what are you doing in order to kind of make strides? Because if you're gonna be with me, you're gonna make money. I'm an accountant. We're gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But I want to have somebody that at least have some sort of structure in place, so it won't be so hard on me because I'm not dealing with all of that. I know how to make my own money. I can have a day job and then I have a business, so I know how to make my own money, right? So it just really depends,
Okay.
you know.
Thank you. I am forced to mute some of you all because there's so much background noise coming from you all. And thank you so much. Yes, Dr. Sabha, you saved the day. Thank you. Okay, thank you. That really helped. No, thank you so much. So that's credit. People say you have to check their credit score. You don't want them to have. You don't want to, because if you don't check their credit score and you don't check their what do you call it? Yeah, I mean, those things are important. And so people say that a lot. I mean, you will think it's significant to know the amount of debt that the person you want to commit to is. Is that very important to know?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, do any of you guys ask people for their credit scores?
I do.
No, I mean, again,
I need to know. Like, I'm there. I mean,
that's so funny. Wait, do they give it to you?
Well, people don't give them out, but I'm just asking.
I'm pretty persuasive. So yes, they give me their credit score. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's amazing. Let me get that social security number too, then.
Oh, now you get nosy. Now you just get nosy.
It matters. I'm sorry, it matters. Now, it doesn't matter like, oh, you're a horrible person. Again, a lot of us have been through things where your credit score may have dropped. You know what I'm saying? You may have had property. You may have had to let it go. You may have had to file bankruptcy. But again, it's about making the strides in order to get a credit score, especially if you're trying to be a business and get business credit. I mean, again, that stuff matters. People don't think that it matters. But if you're a person that has like a 400 credit score, why do you have a 400 credit score? And if it's consistent, it's the consistent of not being able to manage your money that I cannot deal with. If something has happened in your life, then, you know, we can get through that. All of us have had challenges. But if you are consistently mismanaging money and managing your credit score, it's not for me. Because you're going to mismanage everything and I'm going to mismatch out of your life. I can't do it.
What if you have somebody that doesn't know how to manage their finances?
Well,
never been taught.
Be the boss that I can be and take care of all your money.
Yeah, that's right.
All your money.
All right. Kobby, does that matter for you, Kobby? You're off again. Yeah. Go ahead.
Honestly, I think that probably the point of it is like you want to see if the person has that, stability. But I mean, the thing is, like, sometimes, people can find themselves in different situations. For example, like when I was in college, you get your first credit card, and you did a few spending here. And the thing is that when the score and these things go down, it goes down faster, but yet it takes a longer time to bring it up. So I agree with Shettima was saying that if, for example, if you see the consistency in work on the person's part to try and get better and also try and improve the credit and things like that, I think it's good.
Okay.
But personally, I think there's probably more to it, as in you just have to get their well-being of what money is and what do you do with your money,
Okay.
Because some people don't have these credit score and stuff, but yet they have a lot of they are wealthy,
Okay.
So
right.
It's just what people do with money and what they need to do with their finances. I think once you get that in a positive place, then I say it's a good place to start. Yes. Good
place to start with. Okay. Let's look at what we call culture. That is very, very important. I know that some people say they don't like to. Sorry, I think. Can you all see me?
Oh yeah, we see.
Oh, great. So some people say they don't like to date out of maybe culture, and so does a person's background play a very significant role? And is this would any of you say is the reason why you probably met somebody and did not commit? Yeah, the doctor can go ahead.
Okay, I've dated pretty much every race and religion on the planet. So I would say this: in America, being black is hard to just be pro-black when we're raised in a Caucasian infrastructure. So, and a lot of us are very societal brainwashed. So we caught up in the system of, and I like to point out there are a lot of black children that are raised by white families. So that also plays a part into how you view people that you want to be with and date, and how you view women. Culture has a lot to do with it, but also upbringing, cultural upbringing. I would say the biggest shock I had for his dating was when I dated a Persian girl, and her dad invited me into the house, and I thought he was going to kill me. But he asked me a question. He was like, "What do you know about us? What do you know about our culture?" And at that time, I was just trying to get with his daughter. So my honest answer was, I don't know. I know I know about Persian and on TV, but what he told me was the reason why he wouldn't let me date his daughter, because I knew nothing about their culture. And it wasn't a racial thing. It was a understanding their culture and what they are about before you try to dive into something, because you don't want to try to sway them or you get it. But I'll pass it.
But did he know anything about your culture?
At that time, I was young. That probably would have been a good rebuttal question, but it was one of those situations where I was intimidated because it was her dad, and so I just tried to give an honest answer to try to show I was an honest guy. So I probably should have lied, but yeah. But I mean, from that she had to sneak and see me. It wasn't an open thing. She had to sneak and lie.
Okay,
so
let's get Freda's view. Does a person's culture or their social lifestyle, affect your decision in committing to somebody? And if it's one of the reasons why you still haven't committed?
Okay, so from where I'm coming from, I'm an African, I'm Ghanaian, and culture is everything. So I wouldn't want to have kids and they don't know anything about my culture, or they're not cultured. So it will be a big deal for me, because I wouldn't want to be in a relationship with someone or end up in a long-term relationship with someone who doesn't even know my culture. Talk more of like help or teaching or training my kids in the same direction. So I wouldn't mind if my partner or my spouse will want to learn. I wouldn't mind learning his too, but it will be a very big factor if he doesn't care about my culture, because I wouldn't want my kids to lose it.
Okay. Now, would you say that in real time you have come across such a situation and it influenced your decision not to commit?
I haven't.
You haven't. Okay.
For me, yeah, I haven't come across that.
Okay, but that is actually very okay. That's very important to you. Now,
it is important.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how about their social lifestyle, like basically their lifestyle? Some people just like to party every day, right? There's a saying, you work hard, you play hard. And so they're always on the go. They always want to go somewhere. They always want to do something. Does that influence your decision to commit or not?
Okay, so I mean, I'm that type of person that I don't really like to party and do all of those stuff, but we can meet ourselves halfway. Okay. I would prefer we stay at home, being quiet, not quiet, but and just have fun at home,
right,
and our own little things. Once in a while, go out. But if you want to party all the time, I wouldn't like that.
You wouldn't like that. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like that. It's just like once in a while kind of thing, not every time going partying and meeting up with friends and doing all that stuff. No.
Right. Okay.
I just want to mean time for me and my family, me and my spouse. Yeah.
Okay. You want to spend time. You want to spend quality time with your
quality time. Exactly. Yeah.
You can be at the bar and have quality time too, right?
I don't know about that.
Okay. You prefer to be at home, legs crossed, your head on his shoulder, that kind of situation with some woman watching.
Once in a while we go out. It's not all the time going out all the time partying, because I'm not a party type. So it's really gonna be a big problem for me if I end up with somebody always partying. We're gonna fight.
You're gonna fight. Okay, that's a comment that is coming from Bridget. She says no party for Freda. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So we have a few. We have a couple of folks who have joined us on Facebook. Thank you so much. We have Aben John, Ipe John King is a strong supporter, one of our biggest fans. He's watching all the way from Texas. He says, "Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining in." Tommy Mokun says, "Keep up the good work. Looking forward to this great show and interesting singles topic with your great panel of guests." Thank you so much, Dr. Tommy, for your great work supporting the progressive minds all the time. The Last Outlaw says, "Keep it up, folks. Thank you so much." And then she says, "Vegan diets are healthier." I agree. And then Ella Obaya Mode, my own cousin, says, "Hi, Alinko. Hey, thank you for helping. Thank you for joining the show. And please keep sharing." We have Terry Dean. Terry Dean is watching. She says, "Here for SABHA." Okay, we have one fun for SABHA. Rebecca Dale says, "Team SABHA." Okay, she has a lot of teams. Well, he says she's a matchmaker, so that's probably why she's getting a lot of this.
Oh yeah.
We
matchmaker.
Yeah, we want to hear about that in a little bit. You tell us about it. Rebecca Dale says, "Let's just keep her on the screen even when she's not speaking." I don't know which one. I don't know who.
I can't deal with my fans, you guys. It's too much. Too much.
And we have Michelle Menchaca Perez. She's also watching us. And we have Dr. Portia, Dr. Claudine Mascaco said,
"Oh, hey, somebody for me."
Finally. And then Bridget says, "I was single until I realized who I was and what I wanted in a man." That's a great contribution. Candy Gunner, Mr. Candy Gunner says, "Great show, big up." Thank you so much, bro, for joining in. Lori Salagi, Team SABHA. Okay, Team SABHA. Right. Team SABHA. Now, if y'all want to get some shout outs, you go out and share your feed. If you share your feed, maybe your friends can, give some shout outs. So I don't know.
I'm gonna have to see what's up, my people.
I got one shout out. I'm sharing it on my page. Am I sharing the right thing?
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna find out what's going on with my folks. What's up?
Right.
My people, you gotta get some shout out.
But I had one. I feel good. I'm like, don't nobody love me as much as I know.
Great. No, thank you. There was a question on the floor, and I think Ikea Blackstar says tuned in. Thank you, Ikea, for tuning in. And we have Beverly. Let me see. Na Afi Tosu says, "Go, Freda." So Freda. All right. So
the fellas ain't get no love tonight. Gotta step up my game.
And then we have Jess March says, "Great response, Freda." All right. So let's go back to the question. Social-cultural background of your potential partner, Dr. Sabha. Does that has any influence on who decide to commit? The person's religion and their basically way of life, their party.
I get this question so much.
Okay.
Just because of I'm visibly Muslim, but I'm very active in different cultural communities, different racial groups, and a lot of friends in. And so one thing that I've noticed is a lot of times what happens is it's not necessarily, well, like for me, for example, like in the culture that I'm from, I'm Palestinian. And so it's really more so the families that have the issues and less so than the actual individual that has the issues. I don't know. It's interesting because for me personally, I was born American. And so even though I identify as Palestinian, I identify more with someone who's American than I would as someone who is Palestinian. It's like if I went overseas, we're going to have vast differences. Like we're going to have some similarities, but we're going to have, I think, more differences in a sense of just kind of like cultural norms. Mm-hmm. And so for me, it doesn't bother me at all. I think religion would be more important. Mm-hmm. And that would be just because of a sense of like when you want to raise kids. So what happens like when you raise kids and like you have some type of certain beliefs, the beliefs might contradict one another. And so
yeah, we'll come to religion.
Yeah.
Okay, so the person's party life and all that, for you, it doesn't affect your decision in deciding to commit to whoever.
The party life shit. I'm about to be partying with them. I'm just kidding. No, it depends. I mean, I'm against drink. I'm not against it, but like I don't personally drink, and so for me, I don't think I could be with someone that is like a heavy drinker or does drink, just because it's like very unattractive to me. But I do love having a good time, and like I'm very adventurous, so I love just like being around people that like, hey, like if we're gonna go jump off a cliff, I'm like, hey, let's go jump off a cliff, and they're like, all right, let's do it. Okay. So like those are the kind of people I need to be around. So it's more so like cultural, less like ethnically, and more so culturally diverse in a sense.
Culturally diverse. Okay, right, Kobby.
I mean, I don't know. I think that, I mean, I kind of get what Doctor's trying to say, Dr. Sarah was just trying to say. But the truth too is that though, the culture and religion, I mean, I think
before you continue, do you have a fan or something in the background? Like no, I'm just trying to figure out if we can help with the noise. We're getting this like
No,
okay,
no, I don't
okay, that's fine. It might be just a technical issue. That's, yeah.
So like my thing is that
I'm sorry, nothing. I said you got a lot going. Go ahead, sweetheart. I'm sorry. No, you just got a lot going on. The fan is going on.
No, Shettima, Shettima, it's not your turn. What I was trying to get to is a lot of times when you're on air, there could be something that you may not catch. All right, and I just want us to be like very professional here, please, guys. And so we try. Sometimes you may get a feedback, and we try to make sure that everybody's background is clear. And I think Dr. Sabha had a situation, but then she muted herself, and so she caught hers. And sometimes, if our audience don't catch it, we try to help out so we can get a very clear and smooth situation. So just wanted to get that out there. Okay, so audience, we that's just by the way, just a little glitch. But my brother, go ahead with your points, please. That's very important point you're making.
What I'm saying is like, I mean, I think sometimes all of us say culture might not be a big issue, but it is an issue because however you see yourself, you came out of the culture, right? Even if you're in America, you go through experience of American culture.
Right.
Culture, it might not be quote unquote out there in the front, but definitely it's a part of our decision making, because even the beliefs we came to believe itself is culture, right? Like the very thing that you think is wrong, and for example, somebody says, let's say how black people say, okay, black people, even the way black people talk in America itself is culture and history.
Yeah, right.
So all of us are influenced by these things. So for me, I think it is. It looks like I think that my thing is that first thing is if the individual. I think that my perspective is like you have to also know where you're coming from.
Okay.
And see that and I agree that two people might we all might have different experiences. Most important thing, how do you merge these two cultural differences?
Right. Are you open to embracing other cultures that is different from yours?
I mean, I think that in the end, it will depend on the values they share. Because, like, for example, like if you take, let's say, some African culture in some other places, you can see that there's lots of, you might find some strong roots when it comes to family, right? They might have some of those values. They have some stuff in there. So if you have those ethos or things that make the culture that you live by,
right,
share the same thing with the other individual. I think it's it's like it opens up. But I think that to ignore it, it will also be to the detriment, because what happens is that when people settle into relationship, guess what? When all is said and done, the very thing that makes them, which is also part of their culture, is coming up. You know what I mean? So it's good to actually know the values that, or the cultural values that is in you, and then see how best you can work with the other individual
Right.
And you guys can, actually, if you do that, then you end up building a stronger relationship.
A stronger relationship. That's a very good point, and I really believe in that, because the reason is that being from Africa, we understand and we are very familiar with these cultural differences. A lot of times people are just want to comment. They meet people who are of different cultures, but again, being an African, we want to hold on to ours and say, okay, ours is the right way, ours is the best way, it's the African way, or you have to, you have to basically adapt mine. And we are not necessarily, a lot of times, some of us are not willing to, be open or meet halfway and compromise. It always has to be our way. And so I think the point you made is very, very valid. Learning other cultures, being open to other cultures is very important, and don't let it affect your decision to commit to somebody. Essentially, that's what we're trying to say. I don't think that Shettima, have you responded to this?
No, I haven't.
Okay, your turn. It's all yours, Shettima.
Go ahead, Queen.
Queen, yeah.
So I would never date outside of the African diaspora. Did I say that word correct? Because I've been saying.
Oh, yes, you did. Yes, you did.
You got it. Yes. Yes.
I would never date outside of the African diaspora. They can be Black American, he can be African, he can be Caribbean, he can be Afro, but yeah. So that's just me. I don't see a need for me to have. It's a million people in the world, billion. Why do I gotta? I want to be able to be with somebody who looks like me and who has the same roots as me.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, what if you find someone and you fall in love with them and they're not from the African diaspora?
I wouldn't fall in love with him.
How do you know though?
She's sure.
But I mean, there's.
I've had other.
No, but there's a lot of times, right?
Oh, go ahead.
But so for example, I mean, a lot of times people who work together, and people who you would never expect them to be together, right? And then they end up being able to be exposed to one another, and they're different they're just their differences. And so you end up falling in love with them, and you just work with them like you weren't trying to do that.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to fall in love with anybody who I work with. We're all accountants, and they're all married. And
you don't know. You can't say that, though.
No, I can definitely say that. I've had some fun men that have came to me that was from your culture, Caucasian culture, and it was fine. But I'm like, no, you ain't a brother. So my thing is, I'm not, and again, I don't have anything against interracial dating as a whole. If somebody else wants to date outside of their race, I'm not one of those angry Black women like, oh my God, he's dating somebody. I'm not one of those. Like, do what you're going to do. But as for this sister, he needs to be from the African diaspora.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, and I respect that, by the way. I'm not like saying anything wrong with that. I was just saying, like, you just never know.
Okay.
Love is love.
I know.
I think Dr. Sabha, she is, I think, maybe I can speak for her, but she is speaking from the angle of you being a potential client, because she does her job very well. She matches people.
I'm telling you, like, people you would never expect to be together end up really liking each other and end up. I mean, I have friends.
We could be friends, but that's rooted in my soul. Like I have a responsibility, and because I feel like it's rooted in my soul. Like there is a lot of misconceptions about Black love. I'm an advocate of Black love.
No,
and
I am too. I'm all
for Black
it.
love in a positive light. I don't, disagree with any other type of love. But for me, and I feel like I'm a spiritual person, so I can attract what I want. I mean, I can attract men. It's just, whatever blockage that I've had, I've let it go, right? So, men are coming my way. I won't be single for long. I'll just put it like that.
Okay, I got a question for Freda and Shettima. Do y'all get mad when y'all see Black men with white women?
Okay, that's a good question.
I mean, does it affect you at all? Do you judge them?
No, I don't. Honestly, I don't judge if a Black guy is with a white woman. I don't judge. Yeah, I
don't care. I mean, I don't care. You're not cute like me, so whatever. I mean, like, what I care. You get what I'm saying? I'm a jokester. I'm too goofy.
I like it.
I'm too goofy. I gotta have somebody to understand my language.
I get it.
Another culture will be wanting to, girl, what you say? I said what I said. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the African diaspora understands my humor and my mouth.
Yeah. How about you? Do you ever get jealous or have any kind of feeling when you see a cross cultural relationship going on?
No.
Black person delegate. Okay, it doesn't matter to you. Okay.
No, doesn't matter to me.
Okay, so guys, thank you for responding to this. Now, Shettima, I think I asked you, have you literally experienced a situation where a potential partner's way of life, party life, maybe they smoke too much, maybe they drink too much, a little bit of something prevented you from committing?
So yeah, you cannot. I'm sorry. I cannot be around weed smoke. Period. I have asthma, so I can't deal with that. I don't care if it helps you with your glaucoma. We can't date. Like either you get somebody else. I don't care what kind of ailment you got. I don't want to be around weed smoke. So I understand it's legal.
True.
But no, I can't. And if you drink too much, you're alcoholic. I don't want to be around that. If you're of course. I don't want to be around that. We keep it clean over here. So I'm not a psychologist. So I really, want people to understand that, I don't need that extra. So the answer is nada. Right?
Nada. Okay.
Right.
Clean living. The number clean living for Shettima.
Yeah, clean living.
Gotta be clean living.
Hey, Kobby. Does the person's social life affect your decision in committing? Party, no party, drink, all of that. You gotta. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I agree with sister Shettima, because at the end of the day, like I said, people might, they will say it doesn't. I personally does, because maybe you might take a drink. I don't have the strength to drink. I take those little mics. I'll end up sleeping the whole night. So I know I don't have the strength to drink. And the thing is, like, if people have, let's say they into drinking and it's their lifestyle, it's always hard to change people, right? So
you can't change anyone.
Exactly. Why should I put myself into that hustle? Because I'm still working on me, so I don't want to be the one trying to do two jobs at the same time. Exactly. So it's better you look for somebody that has the things that you like to do. I like to go out once in a while, a few times. I don't want to be going out every night. I get tired doing it.
Okay, so for you as a person's social lifestyle definitely influences your decision to commit or not.
Yes.
Great, excellent. You want somebody who will be a little, balanced, laid back every now and then, and not just somebody who wants to be going out all the time. Now, let me ask this: if you happen to fall in love with somebody who does not necessarily have your who meets all these criteria, like the person is maybe have a little financial situation, and then also a little much outgoing, but they physically just meet all your expectations and they attract you so much. They give you a lot. Are you willing to let go some of these things that we have spoken about that you wouldn't want to see in your partner? Is there any room for compromisation?
No.
You talking body size?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got 6 packs.
I mean, all of that. I mean, the physical appearance is there. The person attracts you so much. They have some, maybe some.
Go see Dr. Miami. he got those quarantine pandemic specials right now.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
Okay, okay. It's
physical attraction, right?
Right.
I think we are all physical creatures in general. I mean, we all like what we see. I mean, we are attracted to what we see. We just that's what we are. We see something, we like it. We see something, we buy it. We see something that we like and we go after it. So of course, physical is very important. In terms of size, though, I don't really care. I'm seasonal with my sizes. Like, I have seasons where I like my big girls, it's big girl season, or slim girl season.
Wait, what determines what season it is?
Yeah.
Actually, it depends on how I feel at that time, at that particular time.
So it's a day thing, not a season thing.
I would say day. It's seasonal. It's seasonal. It's a time period. It's a time period. But I like right now. I think it's big girl season right now. But big girl season right now. So I'm with my BBWs right now. So
wait, do you value shape more, or do you value?
I value confidence with your shape. Let me clarify, because you can be a big girl and not have enough self. I can see you how I want to see you all day, but if you don't see yourself as that, it's nothing I can do for you. Period. So I like to see big girls that love themselves and confident with where they are, and we all been saying it. It's about progress, right? So even if she want to lose weight, it won't come from me. But if she want to lose weight, I'm gonna support her doing that. But I'm also, if I see her and she big, I'm gonna accept her where she at. I'm not gonna try to get her and be like, yo, you need to slim down.
But what if next week you're into skinny girl season?
Oh no, skinny girl season don't start till October.
no, but for real talk. Okay, so let's say you got there's a girl who's who's a big girl, right? And all of a sudden you're just not attracted to that anymore, but you're in love with her, right? Or that's your wife. Are you gonna encourage her?
See, now you skip it from dating to marriage. Now this
no, I'm just saying
totally different.
So okay.
Would you encourage her to lose weight?
I would encourage her to be healthy, because you can be big boned and still be looking good, and her heart rate could be better than mine. And so I look at it like I would encourage her to be healthy. Now, if her size was jeopardizing her health, then I'm going to encourage her to do something else, because this ain't working for you, boo. But if by all means, if she good where she at, then I'm like, let's get it where you at.
Okay. All right, guys. The few comments on the platform. K Mensa, my buddy K, thank you for joining the feed. He says, Doctor, I'm with you. Seasonal is the right term. Seasonal. Okay. And then he was just laughing. He says, there is no way you would meet a perfect person. We are human and we can make changes to adjust. What's rehab there for? Okay. So,
no, I'm sorry. Rehab, no.
Well, that is his comment. All right.
We gotta go to
rehab. That was just his comment. So we have Amanda Mary join the feed. She says, hella standards. Okay. So yeah, basically, people have standards. Laureen Simone says, Dr. SABHA, go girl. That's another fan for Dr. SABHA is winning the day, y'all. Man, she's winning the fan contest for today. The fan contest. Jess Mark says cannabis is clean and herbal.
Yes, it is. I would. I've done research. It is.
Katrina says. Katrina Purdy says beautiful people.
Thank you, Katrina.
Thank you. Especially the ladies, man. They
queens.
They're making the screen glow today. Today the screen is glowing, in a very special way. She says, great topic, wonderful answers, Team Silk. Okay, we got one for Team Dr.
I got one.
Yeah.
I'm on the board.
Hey, Shettima, go on.
I'm on the board.
Go on too. Say Shettima. Great. Okay. And then Amanda Mary says, sounds like Karen, just saying. And then K Mesa says, Google Translate, can it help? All right. We have a comment from Lorraine Simone. She says, just because you two are from the African diaspora does not mean you have the same base. The diaspora is so large. You never know what kind of differences you will run into. It's all about the connection and your desire to be together.
And I'll comment on that real quick, because Lauren is actually a good friend of mine. And she is dating, she's African-American, but she is dating a man from Zimbabwe.
Oh, wow.
And it's really interesting. He's one of my best friends. We went to college together. And there's a lot of differences. And that's something that they've spoken to me about, and is like, just American differences compared to Zimbabwean differences in Zimbabwe. And so, yeah, she makes a really good point. Like, there's a lot of cultural differences between the two. And so, but they get along great. And
okay, yeah, if your phone is ringing, please help us. All right, thank you.
It ain't me.
Wasn't me?
Yeah, I know he wasn't.
I'm sorry.
Dr. Sabha, I didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry about that. But thank you for.
No, you're good. That was it.
Okay, great.
Mhm.
Now has so let's we'll go to religion. It's 7 p.m. You're still.
Oh, this is a good one.
Yes, it's a good one. Okay, I'll let you say that good one right after this. It's 7 p.m. Here in the city of Chicago. You are listening to the #1 community building show in the entire world. It is called The Progressive Minds. Please visit our website now. Make a donation to us so we can keep bringing you these types of dialogues. We are here every Wednesday, 6 to 8 p.m. You can check our Linktree Alinko. You can that will take you to all our social media platforms. Please remember, if you're watching us live on YouTube, share the feed for us so we can get this interesting conversation across. All right, we need to engage ourselves in these types of discussions, and so we are humbly asking you all to help with that. Again, if you did like to do business with the Progressive Mind Show, please ring 773-691-4932. 773-691-4932. We would put your commercial on our show. We will promote your events, and in return, you also support us by donating to us. So please ring us so we can have further discussions regarding this. Our email address is info.progressiveminds@gmail.com. A lot of you have reached out to me personally asking how you can help. Please go on our website, theprogressivemindshow.com, and make a donation. Or you can ring the number that I just gave you. Okay, the 773 number 691-4932. That's our business line. If you ring us, whatever help that you have out there, we'll be more than happy to take it. All right. Okay, so we wanted to go straight to our audience, but we did like to take a short break. When we come back, the conversation continues.
You're listening to the Progressive Mind Show, your #1 community building show in the world. Every Wednesday, 6 to 8 p.m. CST, live on Facebook and YouTube. Join us as we discuss pertinent issues that relate to you and I with your host, Alinko.
Okay, you're welcome back to the Progressive Mind Show. We're here this evening with our great guest, Dr. Silky, Jay Booker, Freda from Bolingbrook. We have KOBBY, Shettima, and Dr. Sabha. I think Dr. Sabha dropped out a little bit a while ago, maybe due to a glitch. We'll try and see if we can get it back on. If you want to call in and ask a question or contribute to our discussion this evening, the number is 815-277-5047. 815-277-5047. Okay. Now, has anyone you've met, a potential partner, has your potential partner's insatiable desire for sex or intimacy being a problem or being a reason why you would not want to come into that person? And again, I'll start with Freda. Since looks like I was going to start with Dr. King, but he looks like let me think about this for a second.
Yeah, let me think about that
one. So I'll go with Freda.
Yes. Okay, so that's gonna be a big thing for me because I don't want to have sex before marriage. I want to have sex when I get married to my husband on our matrimonial bed, feeling all comfortable. So yeah, that's going to be a big deal. If my potential wants to have sex all the time or doesn't want to wait, then he's not for me. If he really wants me, if he really wants to end up with me, he's going to wait for me. I'm going to respect that.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Doctor. Maybe Dr. Booker is ready now. I mean, if Dr. King, you ready? You
Oh,
still?
yeah, I'm ready. I was quite shocked by that. I was quite shocked by that.
Well, yeah, well,
wow. Okay. I've went both routes with this. I've been promiscuous when I was much younger. I was very promiscuous back then, and I would say as I gotten older, I've dated without the expectation of sex, which I think is more is healthier. It allowed me to actually value people more than I ever did before when I was younger.
Okay.
So I've been dating more without sex, and I think that's very important nowadays, especially when there's a big, I would say, change with the fact that women aren't waiting at home for you anymore. They're out getting money just like men are out getting money. They're out being successful and trying to get it just like men are trying to get it. So you have to kind of match up with someone and get to know them quicker and deeper, because schedules don't allow, everybody's working, everybody's moving, so there's not a lot of free time. So I think you have to kind of go with how you feel and the comfortability, and also how much you know about the person is super, super important. I've had people, like I said, that just wanted to have sex, and then I wasn't in that phase anymore. So I guess it just depends on what phase you in. But I respect you, Queen Freda, for that one. That's tough. I like that. All right. Hey, respect to you, Queen, for real.
Yeah.
Shettima, you want to respond to that?
So shout out to Freda. I've been there in that celibacy game. It's horrible. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that.
No, not at all. I commend that.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like I don't have to. I'm going to be honest here. Being celibate, and it's not to deter anybody. There's some good things, but it's also lonely. You have to get to the root cause as to why you're celibate, right? Because often, a lot of time, and this is speaking from me, all jokes aside, is it rooted in pain? Is it rooted in you don't want to be rejected? Is it rooted in you had a bad relationship, and so you're trying to heal from that? Because at the end of the day, you can marry somebody and still get hurt, right? And I'm not saying be an advocate of premarital sex. What I'm saying is that, the same pain that you are trying to run from could be the same pain that you run to. For me, I'm at a place in my life that I've never been a promiscuous. What's wrong with my wordplay today?
Okay, Queen, I get you.
I ain't never been a hoe. I say hoe on here. I ain't never been a hoe. So for me, it's like I've always wanted to be in a committed monogamous relationship that is leading, to potential marriage. So, and to be with one person. So yeah, I don't have to be, celibate in order to get that. I mean, it would be nice, to wait, but then it's like, what if I wait till I get married and then I don't like you? You know what I'm saying? Then what I'm gonna do?
Right. Or you end up in an entanglement.
Okay. So
you silly.
Kobby, no answer to that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that my take was like, because a lot of times, I think sometimes when people get into a relationship where sex becomes like the main thing, I think the doctor also said something similar. That I think that from my experiences, that sometimes it makes people not to look for what they're looking for in a relationship, right? So, for example, if let's say you're trying to look for a lady to build a future with, then you know that you be looking for a lot of stuff, and some of the stuff that we discussed earlier, about what the person, whether they're passionate, their dreams, you end up not looking for those things. And so sometimes I guess my point is that if it becomes like the thing that this becomes the main thing, then you end up ignoring the other things that you should look for in a relationship. And a lot of times when people get quote unquote satisfied in the sex part, then it's like the relationship is over. So my take is more like you spend more time on trying to get to know the person that you are with. for example, you get to know the person, you understand the person, and you guys are on the path of building something great, and then the sex part happen, then you can apply say it's okay, you know. But if you just bring it down in the front to be the first thing and the main thing, then at some point in time, people get tired of it, and people probably want to kind of skip it. Then it leads to people getting hurt. And I also think that if it's not the main thing, and as a man, you get to a point you're like, hey, you know what? I've been talking to this lady for 6 months or 3 months, and based on what I've seen, I'm not, it might not work, or it's not going to work. I think that even the lady or the man will show a lot of respect to you, because then the man wasn't there because of the sex. You see what I'm saying? But he was there because he wanted to actually, quote unquote, evaluate the lady and see if she's what he wants. And then based on that, you can say, okay, you know what, it's not it, so let me just move on. And even that, you guys can end up even becoming, respectable friends. If the relationship doesn't work.
We can't hear you, Dr. King. We can't hear you.
Oh, sorry about that. I think it did it on its own. What I wanted to say real quick, I wanted to piggyback off what Kobby just said. I like that. I like what he just said. In terms of the physical attraction, I think, like I said, we are all physical beings in terms of knowing and seeing what we like, especially sexually. But I think what we put in our minds, what we see in someone, is not necessarily what we will experience. So I think we have to kind of rationalize with that what you see in somebody might not necessarily be what you experience. And that goes both in a relationship or sexually. So I just wanted to put that out there. And I like what the sister said about, the queen said, Shettima said about rooted. I like that word rooted. I think it's also based, like you said, on emotional and mental roots. Where are you when you meet someone, and that will determine what your aspirations are, both in an intimate way or a physical way, or in a more in-depth relationship, whatever you're searching for. But yeah, I want people to actually remember that what you see is not necessarily what you will experience. So keep that in mind when you're searching for partners.
Okay, somebody just said, thank you so much, Dr. King, for that great contribution. Thank you all so far. We're trying to see if we can get Dr. SABHA back on the show. Unfortunately, we dropped there. Unfortunately, we lost there. Not lose it like that, not that way, but technically we lost it on the show. That was just by the way. But K Mesa says, not promoting premarital sex, but with COVID-19 and you need someone, y'all. You need someone. Respect to all who went through this without heads off to y'all. Okay, so basically, he's saying it's hard. Yeah, it's hard trying to be. This COVID-19 is serious. Now, guys,
rough in these streets.
Would you advise? What would you say what would you say to this situation? If you met somebody and you're trying to commit to, but you find something like a bad habit and something that you really like this. I mean, you really, really want to grow with this person. You want to commit, but there's few things that you wish they can correct. We mentioned some like weight, okay, maybe their eating habit or some bad habits that you've discovered. Is it okay to communicate to this person, or just say, you know what, I'm not feeling this, and then just vanish?
I think that's simple. I think you should date based off of your habits. I like me, I have OCD. I like everything super clean. So I could never date anybody that's unorganized or dirty. Like it'll never work. So I think you have to date based off of your own habits, and you have to have standards going into anything. But like I said, this is it's based off self-reflection. So you have to understand, be what you want. You can't have expectations on someone that you aren't. Your expectations need to match who you are, and then that's who you'll find a better compatible mate. But I meet people all the time that got expectations that they cannot meet. So in terms of habits, I would put my habits as the standard when looking for a partner, and say that if they have habits that are outside of this, then it ain't gonna work.
Okay, so Katrina Purdy says Dr. Silky J. Booker is very wise. So right there, we have another fan for we have another fan for.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for your response, though, Doc. I really appreciate it. So quickly, Freda, would you like to communicate what you see wrong with a potential partner who you want to commit to?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I mean, I believe in honesty. And sometimes you wouldn't know that you're doing something wrong unless someone tells you that what you're doing is bad or like it's a bad habit. Some people have bad habits, but they don't know they have bad habits. And if you love me, I expect you to be able to tell me if I have a bad habit, not in a bad way or to judge me, but in a way that tells me that, oh, you want to help, or it's just so you could well, I've realized this about you. I've noticed this about you. So can you work on it? So but you can't change anyone, but you can try to help someone, change from whatever situation or whatever behavior that they're in. So yeah, I'll definitely tell that person.
Let's go to religion. How important, how significant is someone's spiritual or religious background to your decision in committing? But yeah, Doctor. No, let's start for Shettima. Shettima is trying to sleep. I don't know. Don't sleep on that. No.
What y'all talking about?
You're waiting my turn patiently.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
And if you want to respond to the previous question too, go ahead. But your religion.
So I'll start with the religion. I'm not religious. I am more, I would say I'm a spiritualist, right? And so people that understand that aspect of belief system is what I would gravitate towards. I don't have a problem with anybody who worships who they worship, as long as you are telling me, as long as you're not damning me to hell for not believing what you necessarily believe in. I respect religion. I don't necessarily agree. I know that there's a need for it, but I think oftentimes in some aspects, religion hinders us. So I really go more towards the spirituality aspect of it. And then this way, you're open to everything.
Okay.
That's about peace and love, peace and love and loving everybody.
So you're technically saying it doesn't matter if the person is a Protestant, an evangelical, or whatever, as long as you have mutual understanding, they meet a lot of your expectation. You all have a lot going on. Their spiritual background does not necessarily, their religious or spiritual background does not necessarily affect your decision to commit.
Well, it'll affect their situation to commit to me, because oftentimes my belief is often seen as evil, right? Or it's demonic or whatever you want to say, right? You're gonna it's on the opposite end for me.
Okay, so you're saying I don't know who would say your belief is considered evil, whatever, but you're saying, okay, so personally, okay, so your observation is that, your take is that if you're a spiritual person, so you would, if you met someone who is religious, for you, that could be something that would prevent you from committing to that person. You would like the person to be spiritual as well.
I would want them to, yes, because you're not going to understand what I'm talking about, and I'm going to freak and weird you out. You get what I'm saying? So it would be better to just be with somebody who understands that particular aspect of it.
Okay.
But if we're mutually respectable towards one another, then it's cool. Just you're not gonna damn me to hell. That's just what you're not gonna do. That's all I got.
What's your belief?
Okay.
Spiritual.
She's spiritual. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, spiritual.
Kobby, does the person, does someone's spiritual or religious background prevent you from committing?
I think that at the end of the day, in itself is because a lot of times, for example, someone will say, okay, I'm a Christian, for example. Like I said, it's in itself not the issue, is what it means to the person, right? So for example, if someone says they're Muslim, and then what does it mean to them? Because you can talk what I call the big talk about a faith or a religion. It's how you practice it, right? And even in itself, religion in itself, is like man's way of trying to get to the higher creative being or creator void. So all of us will have a lot of what I should say is shortcomings in them. And so for me, it does because, in a way, it does because some of the things that you as an individual you have come to live by is also influenced by it. Like for example, somebody have to come to okay every day I have to pray at least once a day, for example, and it's something that I want to live by. You know, how are you willing to work with your partner or partner to be in that area if the partner is not into it? So I think that even in itself, then there should be room to grow, right? Where people will not like enforce things on each other because at the end of the day, you cannot even enforce anything or any for example you can't force someone to become a Christian. Yeah, you can force them. Guess what? When you're not there, they're not going to practice it anyway. And I like when I was in college, I knew lots of friends from like Saudi Arabia. When they come in, they talk about great, Muslim nice guys, but in the night they'll call with, hey, where's the party at? So you cannot force people to do it. And I think that for me is one of the things that I see there.
Okay.
Even if you have your faith, you shouldn't force people to do it.
So religion for you is not a deal breaker.
It's not, but it's an influence.
It's an influence. Okay, that's fine.
Because just a quick thing. Like for example, all of us we live in America. A lot of stuff that makes what America, quote unquote, that we live in, itself have been influenced by whatever religion the so-called country took upon itself from the beginning. Even if we don't see it, it's here, right?
Right.
So for example, like if somebody's from, let's say, like a Muslim country and they're in America, there's a perception that they may have towards them than if somebody's from, say, a Christian country, say Europe. There's a different perception. You see what I'm saying? So it has some influence in it.
Okay. It does have influence. Frida, have you responded to this? If not, would religion affect your decision to commit or not?
Yes, it would affect my decision to commit because every religion has different beliefs. And I say this just not for me alone, but also for the sake of my kids, my unborn children, because I don't want a situation whereby they will be confused. Because if I believe in something else and my partner also believes in something different, the kids are going to be confused. Okay, mom, what are we doing? Dad, what are we doing? And I don't want that. So that's going to be a big thing for me. Because if I'm a Christian, I would want to marry someone who is a Christian, who has same beliefs as myself. Yeah.
Yeah. No, thank you so much. No, that's powerful. Well, Dr. SABHA, religion, would that be a deal breaker for you?
Oh yeah, I want to know this one.
Okay, so if any Muslims are on the show, don't like report me to like the Muslim leaders or whatever. But okay, so like in our religion's a little bit different because for men that are Muslim, they're able to marry from the Abrahamic faith, and so but Muslim women are not allowed to marry anyone other than them unless they're Muslim. They're not technically allowed to marry.
Okay.
The reasoning behind it makes sense because basically the premises of it is that the man has more of an influence on the woman in the sense of like religious wise and being able to guide the family into guide them religious wise. So I don't know. I've gone back and forth on this a lot because I think a lot of times religion really is a barrier to us getting to know people. People see me, for example, and then they automatically have this assumption of me that may not necessarily be true. And so it's like, and then it's like also there's other like Muslims, for example, will look at me and be like, oh, she's so Americanized. And they just assume that maybe I'm not religious or whatever. But so I think for me, it would be more so they would have to have the same ideals. And once again, it becomes an issue when you have kids, right? So like me personally, I can care less what someone wants to believe. Like, because who knows, like, you just can't force someone into religion either. So a lot of times that'll happen too, is like people will try to force their significant other
into the religion that they believe in, so that way that person can get married or whatever. And that happens in our religion a lot, where women will end up meeting someone, end up falling in love, and they end up not being Muslim, and so then they have to basically convince them to become Muslim in order for them to get married. See, that's problematic because that person isn't doing it for the right reasons. They're doing it because they're in love with you, which is cool and it's honorable.
Right.
But at the same time, it becomes an issue now when you have kids. So I don't know. That's a tough for me. I go back and forth on them a lot.
Yeah.
I think for like they still would have to end up, if they're not Muslim, they would, I think, have to in order for me to be with them, because I just don't know if I would be comfortable with that.
Right. Okay. Would you say,
let me. I want to answer this.
Yeah. I would like you.
Ask some questions.
But Dr. Sabha, would you say that this particular thing, the religion, is the most significant, or the most thing that prevents you from committing? Personally. No. Okay, good. That's fine.
But what's important to also know is that, like in Islam, there's different sects of Islam too. And so, like for example, there's two major sects: there's Sunni and then there's Shia. And so, a lot of times they don't intermix with one another. And people, like someone who's Sunni, won't marry someone who's Shia. And so it's like, even though we're the same religion, people still don't intermarry. They don't marriage. They won't marry each other based on that. So,
is that you playing music in the background, or just in the environment that you are in? Okay. Okay, that's not you. Okay. Sorry, I wanted to make sure of that because I wanted to. All right, so let's finish your point and let's go to the next person.
No, that was it. That's my point. I don't know. I'm at the point. I think it'd be a case by case scenario.
Okay. All right. If you get. Okay, great. I think we have a better situation now. Well, we have been discussing and talking and deliberating and sharing ideas on the singles debate topic that we're dealing with today on the Progressive Mind Show. Why some choose not to commit. You've heard various points, various arguments, various views.
I want to answer the religious one.
Yes, I'll let you come in. It's 7:27 p.m. here in the studios of the Progressive Minds. We're in the biggest, most beautiful, most significant, most powerful city in the world, Chicago. Now I know Dr. Kim might say, well, other people will say, well, yes, it is. People want to argue with me when it comes to city competition, but Chicago is the best. We want to take a short commercial break. If you are watching us on Facebook, please share the feed. And if you're on YouTube, help us by sharing the feed as well. We did have a few folks that just joined. Let me see if I can take that. Okay, there were just comments. We would go for this break. When we come back, Dr. Kane will have his take on the religion thing. We'll go through some of your comments. Please stay with us as we discuss this very interesting topic. We shall be right back.
It must have been the sunset, oh, the summer sunset. Prime, it feels nice outside, so dance, baby girl, just dance. Louis bag in your hand, you don't need no man. You just need your feet and toes in between the sand. Get your tan on, girl, get your tan on. I'm looking like, damn, can I mess with your plan? I'm a fan. I'm gazing at her lakeshore eyes, her Colgate smile. It's summertime. The sunset, oh, the summer sunset, sunset. It must have been the sunset, oh, the summer sunset, sunset, sunset. I will never let you down. So DJ spin the last song, 'cause I
looking for fast and reliable delivery services? Look no further. Bestman Delivery Services is here to make your life much manageable. We offer services such as grocery pickups, prescription pickups, food items, gifts, and many more. We go to your chosen pickup location and drop it off your drop-off location. Contact us on our website at bestmandelivery.com or call us on 773-512-7013. You can also send us an email at bestmandelivery@gmail.com. Remember, we offer services such as grocery pickup, prescriptions, food items, gifts, and many more. That busy weekend that you need that extra hand, Best Man is here to make it much easy. If your weight is between 10 pounds to 40 pounds, Best Man got you covered. We have payment options such as credit card or debit card usage, PayPal, Apple Pay, all cash. You can also pay online. We are currently covering areas such as Bolingbrook, Romoville, Joliet, Woodridge, Lockport, Lamont, Naperville, Plainfield, Crest Hill, and other areas that will be coming up soon. At Bestman, your delivery needs is going to be fast and reliable. Your satisfaction is always our priority. What are you waiting for? Call Bestman Delivery Services now.
Joro me, I want you to love me. Joro me, baby.
Muted. You're muted.
Okay, yes, I am muted. Thank you so much for letting me know, Dr. King. He's in this business social. He gets me, my brother. Oh, thank you. This is what we do every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. So we encourage you to join the movement, to go to our website, theprogressivemindshow.com. Also, we want to be able to promote your business. We want to partner with you and share your community business, share your promote your events, your party, whatever it is that you are involved in. We want to be able to work with you. So contact us at 773-691-4932, 773-691-4932, so we can do business together. Our rates are very affordable. We're looking forward to hearing from you. Our email is info.progressiveminds@gmail.com. Let me take this opportunity to thank the Progressive Minds team for working so hard to get us on this show every Wednesday. It is not easy. And for all the volunteers who have been helping, Dr. Tommy, Asti in Ghana, Nanama, Bennett, and all of you who have been toiling very hard to make sure that we are able to bring our community good production week in, week out. I salute you. God bless you. This evening, we are still talking about the singles debate, why we're not committing, why some don't want to commit. And so please keep your comments coming in. Or you all who have joined us and have sent you your comments, we want to thank you. There are a few ones here we would like to go into, but before that, Dr. King, you wanted to make a comment before we went on a break regarding religion. Please make it quickly, and then we can go seven.
All of it be quick, but I'll try to make it quickish. Okay.
All right, go ahead, bro.
I want to say that religion is religiously we only know what we're taught. So I want to say that again. When it comes to religion, we only know what we're taught. And I kind of took this perspective when I started dating outside of my race and different cultures and different religious backgrounds. That I've dated Catholics, Muslims, Buddhists, Christians, faith. So a lot of different religions I've dated. What I get is that it's more of a division, rather when it comes to religion and trying to find a partner, rather than something that connects people. Now, I know that is a lot of people would like to, jump on that and say that's not true. But like I said, if you were a Christian and you were taught to be a Muslim, you could conform to that. You could conform to any religion that you want to conform to. So that means that if you are taught that religion, then it is no longer a divider. So why is it used to divide when it comes to love and matchmaking? Because there's a lot of each religion has its own structure as to what each male and female is supposed to do, and it's governing your behavior. But we all know that there's bad, sinful people in every single religion. So that means that none of them have a protocol that works 100%. Let's just get that fact. So when you have so many different religions and you're trying to find somebody that's compatible with you, I would say take religion out. Does it need to be considered? Yes, because I believe in respecting what everybody wants to pray to or believe in religiously.
Okay.
But one more thing, I would lean more on morals rather than religion when it comes to finding love and a connection. Okay. I think morals outline us more than religion does.
One thing I really want to comment on is I agree with you on that, because there's a lot of religious people that I know, and they do some whack things. And there's a lot of religious leaders too. I mean, who do some whack things. And
so none of them are 100%.
That's true. All right. Well, thank you for your points. We want to go to our comments on Facebook comments. Dr. Tommy says, I believe also our destiny and visions have to be aligned, and we support each other's dreams or heading in similar direction. She adds another comment that came from her. She says, Shettima, not religious but spiritual. I agree. I've dated people from other religions, and it was cool as we both fear God and had respect for each other. Tommy again says, to be honest, people should be open and not limited based on religion, race, etc. As I have dated some great guys that were not the same religion as me, and they treated me like queens, and we still best friends till this day. Another one from her is, but when it comes to marriage, same religion as a female, and from my royal Nigeria, our parents are more strict on females dating some religion. I agree with Dr. SABHA. Okay, and then she says, great show and great panel. Guys, okay, thank you so much for the comments that are coming in. If you want to ring in and share your opinion, your idea, it's 815-277-5047. Let me start with the ladies. I'll start with Freda. What don't you like about guys? The thing that annoys you about guys so much that will put you off if you were willing or you were wanting to commit. 3 things.
Okay. So a guy's supposed to love me.
No.
My guy's supposed to love me.
Okay.
Like yeah. And he's supposed to treat me like the queen that I am. And so if a guy is not doing that, then I don't like that. Okay. Or a guy is not he's not being supportive of me or certain things that I do. We don't have the same we're not in alignment with the same agenda or the same values or goals. That's gonna put me off. Or if a guy is he's a womanizer, that's gonna put me off too.
Okay, so for 3 things: love, if he's not in alignment with you, and the womanizer. Those 3 things you don't like about you hate completely. No. Okay, yes. So if it's not these 3 things, and maybe he drinks or smokes, would you compromise if he has all these 3 things you're looking for? And then
you said 3. I actually have more than 3. Smoking is fun. I don't like, just as Shettima said, I hate the smell of alcohol. I can't stand it. And I can't stand someone that smokes too. I don't like those ones too. So if you had said more than 3, they would have been part of it. So yeah.
Okay, so the list is long. The list is long. Okay.
It's long, yeah.
Wow. Okay. So then I'll make it 6 for you then quickly.
Yeah, 6. So no drinking, no smoking, no womanizing. And he needs to share the same values with me, and he needs to love me. He needs to treat me like a queen, like I deserve.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You better have it together.
You better be on top of it. And let's say if he's broke, he doesn't have a job, you can compromise. You can work on that, right?
If he doesn't have a job and he has the potential of doing something, at least he has even not a degree, but he has a potential of getting one. Yeah, we can work around that. But if you don't have a job and you still don't have the potential or don't have the mindset to get one, then I can't deal with you.
You can't deal with that. No. Dr. SABHA, 6 things then. I mean, everybody's getting 6.
6 things.
Let's run through them quickly.
Inconsistency is number 1. Bad hygiene.
Bad hygiene.
Yeah, bad hygiene. I can't
You
do
can't
it.
stand by that. Okay.
I'll buy you Axe, like whatever you need, but just wash your armpits. Just wash your bottom. Okay. Inconsistency, bad hygiene, no passion or like drive. Rude.
Rude.
Yeah, I can't deal with someone who doesn't have good manners.
Okay.
And is just disrespectful. I can't deal with that. 2 more things. Yeah, someone who's not like a liar and a manipulator. Like I can't deal with that. Just be honest.
Okay.
Be a good person.
All right, Shettima. Your top, maybe for Shettima, I'll make it 7.
You know what? You're making it seem like I'm hard.
No,
you know what? I don't want to, and I'm not trying to make it seem like, weird anybody out. To be honest, I've been on such a higher spiritual plane in terms of attracting what I want that I no longer talk about what I don't want, if that makes sense. And I'm not just saying it to you know what I'm saying, to be all, like this. So it's very hard for me. Like, I can't even remember what I would say because I'm so focused on what I want and attracting that and being committed to what I want. So I would say anything that is opposite of what I want. I think I just said that I can't deal with somebody that smokes.
Okay.
Anything that would involve you to have to go to rehab. I don't want to deal with that. I'm not a psychologist. That's not, that's not my gift.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you got a lot of different children, I mean, I'm not a babysitter. I don't want to deal with that, so.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean.
All right.
I don't know. 7. Not that difficult to deal with.
Well, let's go with the guys. Guys, let's name let's name maybe 6 things for guys too. When it comes to women, what don't you like? Some of your top 6 things that you don't like about women, and that will not make you commit. I'll start with Dr. King.
Well, first and foremost, body hygiene. Okay. That is super important to me.
Okay. Who doesn't wash up? I don't get it.
Huh?
I said, who doesn't wash up? There's all types.
Hey, you would be surprised.
Oh my God.
You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised.
You smell like cabbage water. I would say I don't have. I try not to go so much with the what I don't like more than what I would like to have, because I don't look for perfection, and I think when you focus so much on what you don't like, you have a tendency to attract that. Absolutely. So I try to focus on what I like. What I like is financial stability, but if everything goes to hell, I will take a girl that got some survival skills or wilderness skills, so we can survive in case the capitalistic system goes to hell. Okay. I would like her to have some kind of ambition, open-mindedness, and I really like them to really know what that word open-minded is. That's learning how to compromise, really. And then they need to have some kind of mechanic skills or cleaning skills. And I like a nurturing woman, a woman that's not so far gone from knowing how to nurture and be compassionate. I don't like a woman that's trying to compete with me as a man. And when I say compete with me as a man, like, we both know there are differences in our sex, and we have different strengths as a woman, different strengths as a man. I don't want a woman trying to compete with me with my strengths as a man, and I won't try to compete with her with her strengths as a woman. So there needs to be a balance of acceptance in that arena. So those are just my little tidbits that I like. But yeah, that's where I'm at.
All right, that's so. I think hygiene cuts across everybody. We can do hygiene.
Watch up.
So what's up? If you were dating somebody who you like so much, but they happen to have a bad breath and they don't know it, or would you tell them?
Yes.
Hell yes.
Okay. All right. You communicate that to them. Okay.
Somebody told me I went out on a date, and I guess I don't know what I ate before that, but he told me my breath stunk.
I commend that, brother.
So
on that note, Shettima,
no way, because it was a lot about him. So I accepted it. I was like, you know what? It's okay. is, you know, I appreciate you telling me that. I'm not going to hurt your feelings right now. There's a lot of things I don't like about you, like you live with your mom and stuff.
No, so, but why you get offended by him telling you though?
I wasn't offended, but I mean, you're not gonna make it seem like my one little stinky breath from eating something. My life is together. You know what I'm saying? I can get breast mint and not eat onions no more when we go out on a date, but you'll try to make it seem like, you know what I'm saying?
So he would have to be like, excuse me, ma'am, you are a little tart.
Right,
ma'am, you're a little tart.
Life together. Like you got, if you're gonna comment on my imperfection, your life needs to be together. I can get a pop in my mouth. Okay. I can buy a Pop-Tart. You struggling. So
I love you, Fatima.
my breath won't stink no more. I make sure that I have peppermint, a candy, you know, I don't have to go to rehab for myself. You know, but everything else is clean. Summer's Eve, stay on deck. So I don't need to.
Oh man, okay.
I love it.
Stay on deck.
One time.
Dr. Sabha, would you communicate to a potential date or potential partner if they had bad breath, they didn't know how to dress well, you know, some of those little stuff, you know, the color combinations, you know, would those things be a deal breaker for you?
Yeah.
They will. Okay.
I'm vain when it comes to stuff like that. Like I'm so superficial and vain when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it depends. Like, I mean, if I was like in a relationship with someone, I think their outfit doesn't look good, like I would let them know. I mean, I would do it to my friends though too, but that's like me being a good friend to them.
Okay.
This is how I look at it.
Great. Quick question. I think this one sparks, guys. Would you prefer a virgin? I mean, to somebody who is already? I mean, of course, but would you? Are you looking out for it, or it doesn't matter?
Does Kobe want to answer this? Because I have an answer, but I want to let my brother go.
Okay, Kobe. Yeah.
Kobe, the ball is in your court.
I mean, the truth is that, you know, I think I'm going to piggyback on something that we've all talked about. That sometimes people have these big expectations. If you the man, you're not that, then you shouldn't use that against the woman in that regard. That's what I think, you know. And if you are that, if you're living that lifestyle, then you can demand, you can use that as a criteria. And since I'm not going to use that as a criteria, because then you're also not being fair, and you're also being, you know, in a way, it's like you're not being truthful to your own self.
Okay.
So
all right, great.
That's my
now,
answer.
Let me ask you all. Somebody says he doesn't want a virgin. Okay, he's still playing blank. He doesn't. He doesn't care for one. Okay, that's cool. Okay, thanks for your point. Bridget says, right on, Dr. King. Both sexes need to know their place in a relationship. Rebecca says, this is a good point. And then Bridget says, you are all such great panel. I love you all. Thank you so much, Bridget, for your support. Constant Autry says, transparent is everything. And then Bridget says, Shettima, I love your spirit.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
A good spirit.
Does age play a role in determining whether you want to commit to somebody or not?
Ooh.
Okay, sorry. It's 7:50, so we got to be quick on this one. All right.
All right, Shettima, you go ahead, Queen. I'm gonna let you go first, Queen.
Okay, so I don't need an August. My birthday is in August. I don't like young boys, young men. I'm too old for that. And I don't like old granddaddy men or my daddy's age.
Oh, you want no sugar daddy?
You got to give me a happy medium. Yeah, I could have had a sugar daddy and a young daddy, but I want to have somebody that's in between, you know, that ain't getting ready to get a
middle-aged daddy. I get it.
From his mama. So, yeah, got to be a happy medium.
Okay, Freda.
I think age plays a role because for a guy that's my same age as me, or not even same age, but younger than me, he still thinks that, well, I still have a lot of time, you know? So I'm not ready for any commitment yet. So he's just gonna toy with me and play with me. But somebody that's like a year or two or max 5 years older than me will be ready for something serious. So yeah, it does play a role.
What if the guy is your age and they have everything going, all the things you're looking for, the 6 things? Will you compromise?
Well, if the guy's my age and he has everything and he is serious and he's matured enough and ready, you know, the guy has to be ready. And if a guy,
I think Freda is just Freda, man. Come on now, you got to help the brothers. So the guy has everything on your top of your list. He has everything, right? The only thing he's missing is that he is not like the age, right? You're looking for. He's about your age.
If he's my age mate, that's not. He has everything and he is serious and he is ready for something like a long-term relationship. Why not?
Okay. But what if he's a little younger than you?
If he's younger than me, I don't think. I mean, it depends on how old he is.
Freda, you would say you have a list of, let's say you have 10 list of things, right? This guy meets everything, and he's 2 years older. I mean, younger. And you're gonna say, you know what? You don't meet this one, so I'm gonna let it go. Come on now.
No. It all depends on maturity. If it's 2 years younger, it depends on maturity. He can be 2 years younger. No, he can be 2 years younger, but more mature than even me.
Okay.
You know, and I could go with that.
What if it's not mature, Freda?
If it's not mature, no, we'll have to have another whole conversation.
Okay.
I agree. Yeah.
Okay. Right. The age. I'm going to say again, this is seasonal for me. Because and reason why it's seasonal, because I go through periods where young girls are.
No, Dr. King, we don't. This one right here, we're talking about what is gonna make you not commit, right? So if the age can at this point, we're not doing seasonal. You meet somebody, you know, this person is hot, whatever, and he has all the stuff, meets all the criteria and all of that. Are you willing to compromise if the person does not meet, you know, the specific age that you're looking for in your head?
Okay. Yeah, the age, right? We're talking about age, right?
Yeah.
Okay, again, this is seasonal. And the reason why I say this is seasonal for me, because I go through periods where I feel young and vibrant and I want to, you know, do what the young people do. And then I got times where I want to, you know, take some bubble baths and have some rose petals trickled out and have some Dom Perignon, you know, pour it all on my chest or something. And I want the older woman. So it just depends on the level of maturity and their ability to be able to romanticize me and what season I'm in. So if I'm in the young season, then, you know, we doing young things. We, you know, if we're in the old season, we soaking in the bubbles. You hear me?
Okay. Dr. SABHA, how does age work for you?
So I'm in that age though right now where I could either date your son.
I know that's right.
That's right. And but I prefer older men, for sure. And I don't know. I prefer older men. They have to be tall.
Okay, he has to be tall.
And so yeah, but definitely I couldn't be with someone younger than me.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Does the past relationship affect your decision to commit to anybody? Do you think that these play a role with the past relationship or divorce, all of that? Does these affect your decision? And you think that it makes you scrutinize whoever is coming your way a little more than you probably should? And I'll start again from Dr. SABHA. I know we only have about 6 minutes to go, so we can make your response quick for us.
Repeat your question one more time.
Does your past relationship, be it divorce or just, you know, a relationship that you had, be it marriage or just a relationship that you had, affect your decision or affect how you scrutinize the next person, which determines whether you want to commit or not? Does it affect your decision to commit to a new relationship?
Yeah, no, absolutely, because I think those are things that you've learned, and so now you're more prone to looking at red flags, but also looking at green flags too, and knowing what works for you and what doesn't work for you. So yeah, absolutely.
Okay, my brother.
I mean, yes. I mean, the thing is about like whether it was positive or negative to bring experience, and I think that when you learn from the experience, then it makes the current one or the future one to be better. So I would say yes. It can be
it does.
either way. It should be a positive thing if you force yourself to learn from, even if it was a bad experience, because then you know how not to do it, or what not to look for, in the next. For example, you saw the guy, he was smiley, taking you places, and then things went bad, and you know that he played a lot of role in that. Then it's a good way to kind of use it as a way to test or to not check or look for things in the future one. So yes, I say yes, it plays a big role.
It plays a big role. Okay. Yes. All right. Shettima.
Yes.
Sorry, I caught you off guard.
I'm awake. Yeah. I am awake. I promise you.
Yeah.
So wait, let me pull this up. I don't want people to think I'm naked. Okay. So wait a minute. Okay, there you go. No,
it's a beautiful dress. I like the earrings too.
Thank you. I think a healthy way for me is to, know myself, know what I desire, for my own personal. And I think a healthy way for everybody is to not necessarily look at a negative situation that you've been through as something negative. It's a learning experience, right? Because the reason why it was negative for you is because it contradicts your inner being, right? So if you wanted somebody that brought you flowers and they didn't, you felt negative towards that person. But what you were really saying to yourself is that you were tolerating a person who does not give you your wants and your needs, no matter how minute that other person may feel like it is, right? So I said all of that to say, my focus is just to be true to myself, and I'll attract the person, the man, the type of man that I would need and want in my life, just being true to myself. That's just point blank, period. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. My brother.
Okay. I would not carry over the past to the present. I think before anybody dates, you need to break down and rebuild from your past emotional and mental trauma and regret.
Okay.
And when I say build down and break and rebuild, you need to rebuild so that you're able to date and love like you've never been hurt before and trust like you've never been lied to. And the key to that is you got to be open-minded and you got to have a willingness to hear, self-evaluate, and readjust. If you can do that, then you're ready to date. If you can't do that, then you should not be dating.
Wow, that's powerful. FREDA.
I totally agree with Dr. King. You have to heal first before you jump onto a next one, because it's not fair to take what happened in the past to the present, because that person hasn't done anything wrong to you. So you need to learn from your past relationships, heal first before you move on to the next one with a positive attitude, and you're going to have a happy relationship.
How do you know you healed though? I mean, is it a place where
you know you healed when
make it short for me, bro. Go. Yeah.
You know you're healed when you're able to date someone and they make a mistake from somebody did in the past, and you not hold that past mistake on that person. You give them an opportunity to grow from it. If you don't allow room for growth while you're dating, then you shouldn't be dating.
All right.
If something like somebody they didn't call you on time, or they didn't write you back when you thought they should write you back, and that triggers something from the past, you shouldn't be dating, because you have to allow room for growth and improvement, and then you have to communicate the things that don't sit well with you or trigger things within you. And if you still have those triggers, you shouldn't date, but also communicate those triggers so that the person allows you to have room to grow. And that is the key.
Great. It's a minute to 8 p.m. here in the studios.
Oh, yes, so much
fun. The Progressive Minds. Yes, it's been so much fun. I didn't even realize it's 2 hours already.
I didn't either. Yeah, that went fast.
Yeah. And hopefully we can get to do this again. Hopefully the debate. Okay.
Yeah, everybody add everybody in Facebook. I like y'all queens, Queen Sheba, Queen FREDA, Queen Amina, you my girl. Hey, King Kobe, thank you, bro.
So Dr. King is tonight. Dr. King is the unofficial co-host. Okay, so we know we're doing. Do not forget, listeners, that if you missed this show, you can watch it again on the Progressive Minds page, or go on our YouTube, theprogressivemindshow.com. After you watch it, share it and invite a friend to be part of the movement. Join our mailing list on theprogressivemindshow.com. While you are there, make a donation to us. It goes a long way to helping us. Listeners, we want to end the show this evening, but I would not do that without having my guests tell us. I know, Dr. King, you were a little bit of thing, maybe in 30 seconds. Tell us what you're into, and then give us your last word. So I'll go around. Dr. King, FREDA, SABHA, KOBBY, and then SHETTIMA. 30 seconds. Tell us what you're into, how people can reach you, your social media, share all of that, and then your last words, please. Go ahead.
Thank you. You can find me on Instagram, dr.kingsilky. My Facebook is Silky J Booker. You can also follow my radio show page, Live in the Castle with King Silky, on Facebook. Reach out to me. I do life coaching, relationship coaching. I do all kind of consulting, so reach out. If you want to build network, reach out to me. I'm all here. And ladies, I am a good listener. So if you ever want to just talk and have somebody that will listen to you in a non-judgmental way, I'm your man. So yeah, and we will keep it on a professional basis. But yeah, remember, my only last signing out is remember, have a willingness to hear, self-evaluate, and readjust. And thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all, queens, kings. Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you. Thank you, FREDA.
Okay, hi. My name is FREDA. I'm an account manager. I studied economics. You can reach me out on Facebook, Instagram, on FREDA. All right, so my last words are that love is a beautiful thing and everyone deserves to be loved, okay? And relationship is a beautiful thing too. So just give yourself the chance, be open to all. And if you see any red flags, I mean, that you don't like, just make the person know and don't lead people on, okay? And I hope that we all find love one day. We all meet again with our partners and our spouses.
Don't lead people on.
Kobe already beat us. Kobe beat us to that. He already won.
Well, Dr. SABHA, please.
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook, SABHA ABOUR. My Twitter is Dr. SABHA Fierce. I just retweet a lot of ratchet stuff. No, I'm just kidding, I don't. But if you are looking for love, hit me up. I do matchmaking. They're really funny matchmaking posts.
Okay.
So hit me up.
Okay, that'll be your last words. Okay, thank you so much. KOBBY.
Yeah, so I'm into cloud computing and electrical engineering and latest stuff. So that's what I do. I'm not really on social media, so by email is okay. If you can always reach out to me through Senna. He's a brother to me, and so yes, and I also like to do work in the community, try to help. I tutor, sometimes math, engineering. I do, help people in high school. I teach OPOKU and just try to contribute to the community. So that's what I do on the side. And then, so my little words is that it's, life is complicated. So don't make the relationship more complicated. Just focus on the simple stuff and then focus on the real stuff. And then all the other things will come along the way.
Powerful. Thank you. No, I think we got SHETTIMA.
Yes. So you can find me on Instagram, Model Esteem. My website is modelesteem.com. I do professional modeling, training up and coming models, youth and adults. I'm having a grand opening September the 19th and 20th. I'll send that information for my new venue space, businesswoman on and popping, because I'm a boss. And what I want to say is that just to everyone that's single out there, just some of the lessons that I've learned is that just focus on what you want and being what you want, and you will start to attract the people, even as friendships and, just more positive people in your particular life. And if you're struggling with healing, like for me, I had like really bad rejection issues. So I had to get to the root cause of that. And that just really made my life in terms of just accepting when things didn't work out between men, not to take it so personal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And maybe, Senna can organize something about self-esteem that a lot of women and even men deal with in regards to relationships and healing their inner self. And Dr. Kidd, if I talk to you, you're going to like me, bruh.
I got you. Like hey, I got you, Queen. I got you. I got you pro bono, baby.
Thanks for being on. I had real amazing.
All right, guys. It's been great. It's been wonderful. I've had a great time. I have learned a lot, and I hope you have as well. Pearl, Iraq Buka says it's really important to heal before going on the next date with someone else, or you carry your hate from the past relationship into the new one. Thank you for your comment. And then Rebecca says that is well said. Let go of your past and move on for better life ahead of you. And then Constance Autry says, so true, Dr. King. He says women are more mature, so older man is older. Okay, so older men, I'm sure he's trying to say older men are also matured. Okay. And Tommy says great responses. And then my brother Kay says, what if age old and rich and it's winter time? Hell yeah. So guys, it's been a blessing. Dr. King, my brother, Dr. King, Freda, Dr. SABHA, KOBBY, my brother, Shettima, my sister, you all have been excellent this evening. I am grateful to be coming, to have you on the show. We are grateful to be coming your way, listeners, and we thank you so much. We couldn't have done this without you, our audience. We love you for always coming on, coming through every Wednesday, 6 to 8. We are looking into having a second segment, a second Progressive Mind show during the week because of the feedback. Okay, there's so much to talk about, so be looking out for that. We may come up with another day apart from Wednesday, all right, so we can get a lot of things out. But we are grateful and we thank you so much, our audience, for contributing. We are expecting that next week, 6 to 8 p.m., next week, Wednesday, 6 to 8 p.m., you will be joining us once again. If you missed this, like I said, go to the Progressive Minds page, all one word, Progressive Minds, all one word on Facebook. You should find us there. You should be able to watch this show again. And when you watch it, share it. Also on YouTube, the Progressive Minds show on YouTube, go there, watch this show and share it as well. To the Progressive Minds team, I say, God bless you. I love you all. And to my mom, she celebrated her birthday yesterday. Mom,
Team Leo, happy birthday, Queen! Happy birthday, Queen! Leo in the house.
Right. Thank you all for giving my mom a good shout out. My mom Rebecca, you are the best. You are the rock of this family. Love you. Everything I am today, everything my sisters are today, has been because of God and of course you. I cannot thank you enough. I cannot thank you enough. My sisters cannot thank you enough. We cannot appreciate you enough. But we know and we pray. Each time we go on our knees, all we ask is that God give you happiness, gives you good health, and give you a long life. We love you forever, and the best is yet to come. Age well, Mom. We love you so much.
God bless your mom. God bless you.
God bless you, Mom.
On that note, the Progressive Mind Show ends this evening. We shall see you next week. Remember, to whom much is given, much is required. This has been your host, Senna, aka Alinko. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, you all. See you. Be good. You all be good, okay?
Okay.
All right.